Greetings and salutations, this is Jarsz, the biggest YouTuber ever! And good morning, Jarsals! Welcome to another edition of the Daily Jarsz for Friday, the 3rd of November, 2023. This is show number 13 on a Friday. That's a bit of scary, isn't it? Hope you're all well and working on emulating me and generating your own gravitational field. It's great being so massive that I can Jedi things off the floor, especially when it means I don't have to bend over. A special shout out to those who clicked subscribe yesterday. Welcome to the world of Jarsz. I hope you enjoy the show. Today, we're looking at one of the most prominent characters in Flat Earth, and he's prominent for all the wrong reasons. This guy.
Gas go down, go boom, boom. Gas go down, go boom, boom.
It seems to be a character trait of Flat Earthers that you have to be a narcissistic and terrible human being. And I'm sure a few examples are left to mind. But none are more vile than the grifters, and Nathan Oakley is the most vile of the lot, as you'll hear from his own mouth in the videos that I'll show you. But before we get stuck into him, I want to thank my YouTube members. Thank you once again for all that you do for me, and thanks for being part of the huge Jarsz movement. As we get into Oakley, I need to give a warning. There will be much strong, foul language ahead. His mouth, well, yeah, sewers don't do as well as his mouth does in the stuff they move. Now, as I said yesterday, Bev has the most ironically named channel on YouTube. Try thinking. Ironic because that's what he utterly refuses to do. Similarly, Nathan Oakley's show is probably the most ironically named show on YouTube, Flat Earth Debate. Ironic because it is in no way a debate. Oakley won't allow it. And like most flirts, they hardly ever talk about Flat Earth. They just go over and over their misunderstandings or misrepresentations, i.e. lies, about globe Earth. In the early days of his channel, he did manage to get some sane people to come on and explain why flirts misunderstand the globe. But Oakley hid behind both his mute button, stopping the other person from saying anything his audience might hear to destroy their delusions, and also hid behind a constant torrent of vile language. As you can see, he has 25,000 subscribers, which is quite a bit, and over 5,000 videos. And yet, he can only attract 556 views in a day. Something doesn't add up there. Anyway, I've just lost my place. Okay, so Mr. Sensible was asked to debate Nathan Oakley a few years ago, and he declined politely. Then he put together a video to explain why, and I think you'll agree.
Yeah, take me to your R value.
You done?
Not until you take me to your R value that you need to prove that it's obstruction caused by Earth curve, which is what you're asserting. The only steps you can take to get that conclusion is by using R. So let's see it. Then I'll rape you with it.
What? I'll rape you with it.
No, it's a straw man, actually. I'm just looking over water.
No, it's not a straw man. You've just asserted the obstruction is caused by Earth curve. So, dumb fuck, let's see you draw that logical connection, dumb fuck. This is you being raped. Let me pin you down, Tim. Let's all hold his arms while I rape him. Yeah, Tim, this is you being raped. This is you being raped, Tim. And you can try and rumpus, scream all you like. This is me holding you down and inserting R. It's me inserting your axiom. Yeah, you squeal, little piggy. Squeal while I rape you with your R presupposition, your axiom, and your presupposition of an R value that you need to Oh, have you dropped again, little boy? Bye-bye, Timmy.
Does anyone think this is normal? Does anyone think that this is an acceptable way to debate?
Waiting for you, bud. Just waiting for you to tuck her out.
Well, go on then. How are you gonna link your obstruction to it being earth curve, Timmy?
So he has asked Tim to do something to prove his point.
Because I'm looking over water, and water's supposed to be flat, and obviously it's not. So
that doesn't link it to it being earth curve, Timmy. Still at an obstruction.
yeah, because water's level on the earth.
Yeah. So that doesn't link it to earth curve. Water being level doesn't link it to earth curve, Tim. Are you retarded?
This observation does link it to earth curve. Also,
yeah, you haven't done that though. So how are you going to get
well.
from your observation of flat water, according to you, being actually curved water? Take me through it, Tim.
So since I'm here, I guess I have so many observations. Ranty was just saying how I only had that one observation, and I've been saying it for 6
link
months.
any of them to earth curve, Tim.
This one smashes.
Yeah, I've seen them all. Yeah, well, you're going to show us something obstructed again without telling me how it links to earth.
So he's asked him to show him something, to prove something. And Tim's attempting to give one of the examples, but
curve, so I can pin you down and rape you with your R value that you'll presuppose,
really
your axiom
tasteful.
that you'll talk all over while I point it out again. Maybe you'll tell me, oh, they've all got presuppositions. Yeah, Tim, you have. And I'll hold you down by your girly little ankles and force that R value anally into you.
what is this with rape? Can anybody who is at all mentally balanced use that as a debate tactic?
Well, you tell me that your obstruction is caused by a begging the question,
Seriously,
proof of
I don't know
nothing,
what he's doing,
perspective
man.
hijacking
He's really
curve
upset right now.
calculator. I'll rape you with that R value, Tim. Or maybe you'll tell me that because water's flat, it means because you've got an obstruction, it's curved. That shitty little argument that you just came up with.
So
That's
Ranty,
about as
what do you
that's
think
about
about
as
this?
that's about as logical as you get right about now, isn't it? Because you desperately want to avoid presupposing R, don't you, Tim?
All right, done. All right, so Ranty, what do you think about this?
No, Ranty. The one that's actually
See
going to
this
rape you
mountain
is
right
me.
here?
Yeah, me. I'm the one raping you, Tim, with
that
R.
mountain?
Your axiom, your
just want me to leave, I
presupposition,
guess.
Tim.
So-
Yeah, I'm holding you down while you squeal. You squeal for Ranty to come to your assistance.
Yeah.
It's me. I'm the one holding your
Done
ankles down.
with you,
Yeah,
actually.
you want to mute me,
Anyway,
do
we
you,
can
little
look at
bitch?
this observation
You want to
if we
mute me,
want.
do you, little bitch? Yeah, you can't. I
obviously
am
shows
raping you, Tim.
your-
This is me holding your ankles down and forcing your religious belief up you.
Yeah, I think that's enough of that. If this was a new piece of material, I probably wouldn't show it. But I'm pretty sure everyone's seen this at some point. It's rather vile, isn't it? But on an up point, Mr. Sensible does great videos. I've dropped a link to his channel in the chat. I doubt there's anyone who's subscribed to me who isn't already subscribed to Mr. Sensible. But if you're not, please click the link and subscribe. Now, like all flirts, Nathan... Oh, hang on. Let me just get ready. There we go. Like all flirts, Nathan Oakley presents, at least, as being extremely ignorant of the topics that he chooses to discuss. He doesn't even know how to convert meters to kilometers.
So it goes along with it.
Nathan, question. You ready? How do you convert meters into kilometers?
I don't know. How do you convert meters into kilometers?
What's the correct way?
You tell me.
The correct way is divide meters by 1,000. You didn't do that.
So if you have a meter and I divide that meter by 1,000, you don't think that would give you millimeters?
Meters into kilometers, Nathan.
You just said
That's
you
what I'm
divide
talking about.
meters by 1,000 to get kilometers. So you're saying I divide something that is 1 meter long by 1,000, and that will come out to a kilometer value.
Nathan,
It sounds
let's keep on-
like
let's keep on track.
you
Let's
are
keep on
quite
track.
literally retarded
Let's
with that
keep on
statement.
track.
You do not divide
Let's keep
meters
on track.
to come out with kilometers.
Why?
Me convirtió la...
Why did Chris Monk multiply meters by 10,000 when he should have divided them by 1,000?
Sorry, did you
That's
just do it again? Did you
question.
just say that you divide a number that is in meters to come up with a value in kilometers? Is that what you are now asserting for a
That's
second
correct.
time?
Why? Chris Monk multiply meters by 10,000 when he should have divided by 1,000?
Why would you divide a value that is given in meters to come up with something larger, i.e. kilo, meaning
Because, Nathan,
thousands?
Because the thing you don't understand is that it's a ratio. Did you do maths at school?
Yeah, I'll ask you a third time. Why would you divide a meter value when trying to come up with a larger value? Dividing something makes it smaller.
And I think we'll leave that one there. Yes. When flirfs are cornered, they tend to double down on their nonsense. It's always a funny thing. That's from a channel called Globe Agent Ron Burgundy. Please subscribe to him. That's the origin of that video. You might have seen it on other channels, of course. But it makes it clear that flirfs just have no idea what they're talking about. And of course, Nathan likes to make up for ignorance with arrogance, as you've probably seen already, but we'll show a bit more. If only we could harness his arrogance as a power source, the world's energy problems would be solved overnight. Listening to him argue with Bev and others here.
How does a flat earther in full panic mode sound? He sounds like this.
Yeah, we don't have any personal issue with you. We have an issue with your
of course not.
demeaning our argument with statements like, you can do fuck all with an angle. When you can navigate...
True statement.
Still in the middle of the same sentence, but second attempt. Does this scare you?
Not frightened at all.
Maybe you could shut the fuck up while I finish my sentence then.
What can you do with
Who's
an
this? Shut
angle?
Up. Bitch, shut your fucking mouth. Nobody was talking to you.
What?
You shut the fuck up, Nathan.
I'll remove you if you don't shut up while I talk to Bev.
You shut the fuck up yourself, cheeky bastard.
Right, that bitch is removed from this conversation. Right, Bev, you can measure and find your position on the flat plane with an elevation angle.
Yeah, an angle. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can find your position on the flat plane with an elevation angle, Bev.
Mm-hmm.
This is a good. So that would be doing something with an angle, wouldn't it, Bev?
Well.
Yeah, it would, you stupid fucking retard. So our problem isn't with you personally, it's with you being stupid. Not understanding that you can do something with an angle. An elevation angle measurement can find your position on the flat plane, Bev. You're thick, you don't understand this, and you're attempting to demean our argument with statements of stupidity like you can do fuck all with an angle. You can do lots with an angle unless you're a fucking retard, like you, retard. You can measure your position on Earth with an angle. That means you don't understand the principle of celestial navigation. That's what we were pointing out, Bev. Nothing to do with you personally, where you get your pants in a bunch about you as an individual. Like we give a fuck.
I'm not getting my pants
Like we
in a
give a
bunch,
fuck
Nathan.
about you and your personal problems about how
misrepresent-
people talk about you. You are a wanker, and we will treat you like a wanker because that's how wankers get treated. Like wankers,
Yeah.
That's what you are. Now, if you want to take it personally, when we're pointing out how you, the wanker, doesn't understand how this argument works and will try and demean it by saying you can do nothing with angles, when you can find your position on Earth with them and prove they're flat with them, then we're going to point that out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So fuck off back to your stupid, shitty, moron-ridden server so you can tell people like a complete fuckwit that you can do nothing with an angle. While we point out you can find your position on the flat plane with it, Dumbo.
And thanks to Frank DeBauer for that. I discovered his channel in doing research for this particular video, and I find it quite good. The rest of his video is a good debunk of the things that Nathan was saying. So I encourage you to go over to his channel and have a look at the rest of the video and give him the view rather than me. And also subscribe to his channel. I think you'll find there's a lot of good stuff on there. He gets into Sleeping Warrior and others as well. Yeah, I think that demonstrates Nathan's character quite well. Yeah. Anyway, it's such a vile person, isn't he? It's just disgusting the way he goes on. Anyway, so as Oakley will be vile to other flat earthers as well as sane people, of course, as you saw. And here's something quite glorious, though. That can be a positive thing, I guess. Here he is tearing into Austin Whitsitt on Blue Marble Sciences channel, which, as I said, is rather glorious.
You can't just say it's not part of the equation. That would be dishonest. But at the same time, almost impossible to validate. You can't get outside of the
Sorry,
earth,
what is this? What are you on about? What is this electrostatic non sequitur? The fact that we have to constantly look at this stuff to experience it or describe it or have pens to write it down is totally non sequitur.
Well, it's just that, the Earth's negatively charged, and anything that falls to the Earth is electrostatic.
Well, like a balloon?
Yeah, the balloon.
Does that fall to the ground, Whitsitt?
Well, it depends on what's in the balloon, doesn't it, Nathan? Like these that just have air in them are laying on the ground, aren't they? And so are these. But if you fill them full of helium, they'll float up in the air. And they float up in the air for the same reason that they fall to the ground. You know what that is?
Gravity! No, of course.
Well, then shut up! You dumb fuck!
Doesn't mean there's not a natural bias, though.
A bias? What, for the balloon? How many times do you want to do this? Are you all morons?
Ad hom.
Sorry, are you a moron? Is the balloon going down, Whitsitt?
Yes, we are.
Is the balloon
I wouldn't.
biased downwards?
Are you serious, bro? That's how you're gonna
Shut up, Nathan. I'm talking to Whitsitt.
Well, what I'm saying is, you see, the bias is so incredibly weak that
So it's not a bias down! What bias? The downward one the balloon's not experiencing? Third time, Whitsitt.
Yeah, they're right. The gas isn't going to go down.
So there is not a downward bias!
Well, you would...
No, not well! There's no downward bias, you clown! You've just admitted it! Why are you in cognitive dissonance over this, Whitsitt?
Your hand wave dismissing the electrostatics, dude.
What, the non sequitur fallacy you introduced that I immediately demolished as a non sequitur fallacy?
Wait, how's it non sequitur? I thought that was the whole
So the
argument.
balloon goes down?
Argument.
Sorry, the electrostatics make the balloon go down, or is this non sequitur?
The electrostatics are way weaker, right?
Are they making the balloon go down? Are you deaf?
No,
So non sequitur then.
Nathan, you're gonna give yourself an answer.
Nathan, shut up. I'm not going to ask you again. I'm going to absolutely teabag Whitsitt for his dumb fuckery. So this electrostatic is not giving the balloon a downward bias, is it?
At this point, I have absolutely no idea who to root for.
No.
No! That's right, Whitsitt, you clown! So what are you babbling about?
Because once again, you just whistle past this.
You just stutter for me like the rest of the fundies with their belief in gravity. There is not a downward bias, clown.
Okay, but yeah.
Okay! Now enjoy the taste of my nuts, you flat earth fundy.
Just as a side note, Nathan, if you ever find your testicles in the mouth of your opponent, you're about to lose more than the argument.
There's no downward bias.
Dismissing your hand.
Dismiss what? The electrostatics that make the balloon go down? You're going to do it third time in a row, you circle-jerking fundy?
Claimed it made it go down.
It doesn't go down, you idiot. Are you thick?
One claimed it did. That's a strong...
Oh, right. I'm claiming a downward bias of the balloon and no one's claiming it. You are. You stuttering, double-speaking, cognitive dissonance-laden fundy.
Matters inherent... Every compilation of matter is inherently electrostatic.
And that's got anything to do with the balloon going down? Fourth time circle-jerking this shit in a row?
I never said the balloon went down.
It doesn't go down! Are you dumb?
It does, dude.
Oh, it does? Oh, balloons go down, go boom with a single vector of downward, do they?
Oh, there's a bias, all right, Nathan. It's the same bias that holds the gas in this open pipe. It's the same bias that holds our atmosphere in place and produces the atmospheric pressure gradient. We even have a name for it. We call it
Gravity, you fucking retard! Gravity! Have you ever heard of fucking gravity? Gravity! Gravity!
No, the balloon.
No, that's right, you unbelievable buffoon. They do not have a bias down, regardless of your non sequitur shite about electrostatic non-forces. Hello, not.
This goes on for
going
about another 10
down.
minutes
Not
with these two asshats trying to out-stupid each other. But I don't think we need to hear any more. Hey, thanks for watching. And remember, when we say, how stupid can you be? That isn't a challenge, that's a question.
And thanks to Blue Marble Science for that. I've dropped a link to his channel in the chat. Please go subscribe to him if you're not already. Yes, I wonder why people don't want to debate Nathan Oakley. I mean, that didn't give me any clue at all, did it? And the bit I love the most is that Nathan was the first person to get Whitsett to shut up for more than a second. So as you heard, another feature of Nathan's character, which is a feature of many Flirsts, is an obsession with balls. Thanks to MC Toon for this compilation.
Come on and suck on my nuts. Yeah, you can suck my balls. Enjoy the taste of my nuts. That's my balls in his mouth. So it very much matters. It's my balls in your mouth. That is my balls in your mouth. That's really, yes, that's really. I stuck my balls in your mouth afterwards and then teabagged you with, enjoy my balls in your mouth, do you? Maybe my balls in your mouth for a few more minutes. Bleat how unfair it is while you gag on my bollocks. Yeah, chuckle for me, fundy fuck. You're being teabagged by me. Fuck you. Just because my nuts are in your mouth, stutter for me! That'll be the taste of Nathan's nuts. You seem to need to be told to suck my nuts. You suck on my nuts. With my nuts on your face. Then tell me how my nuts taste.
Okay, but yeah.
Okay! Now enjoy the taste of my nuts, you flat earth fundy. That's the taste of my nuts. You fucking fundy bitch. Now choke on them, you stupid moron.
No, it's not.
No. That's the taste of my nuts. Are you dumb? No, not.
Oh, you.
Yeah, so that'll be my nuts. Yeah? Right. That'll be Nathan's nuts. Now I'd like to know how my balls taste. As a result, you're being asked how my nuts taste. You fucking weirdo. You fucktard. You are a spastic. And you're getting teabagged by a flat earther. Now enjoy the taste of my nuts, you stupid spastic. It's nice to show my audience what happens when globe earthers have a flat earther's nuts in their mouth. Stutter for me. Yeah, those are my nuts in your mouth. Those little stutters, that's my nuts. That's because it's my nuts in your mouth. Yeah, you're getting fucking teabagged. But you enjoy the taste of my salty nuts as I teabag you.
Please, again, Nathan.
Yeah, suck my balls. Yeah, enjoy the taste of my nuts. Don't insult me or ad hom me as I teabag you. Yeah, I'll just gag you with my nuts. That's what I'll do. You seem to need to be told to suck my nuts.
And yes, again, thanks to MC Toon for that. And yeah, go subscribe to him. I doubt very few people subscribe to me who aren't subscribed to MC Toon, but please do that if you're not. And finally, the final bit of evidence of how vile Nathan is, if that didn't convince you, I'm just going to, yeah, it's quite disturbing to me. I'm just going to play it without comment and then get into meme roundup.
So the ball is the thing that's moving, Grumpus.
I missed that. Oh my god. Yeah. Right.
Careful.
Anything that's moving with regard to.
Yes, that was not good. Okay, let's move on to. Hang on, where's it gone? There it is. Let's move on to meme roundup. Mostly fluff memes today. Flat Earth is not a claim. Flat Earth is an observation. For some reason, Flirsts think the only way you can see things is through your eyes. They don't think things like telescopes or binoculars or cameras are useful to you. It's weird. And they also seem to think that if you're a know-nothing idiot who see something, then you're going to come to a correct conclusion about reality? How is that possible? Anyway, on to the next one. So, December 1953 issue of National Geographic. Look at the flight patterns on the flat Earth map. Oh, really? It doesn't quite look like an AE map. It looks like it's more focused on North America to me. And again, it's just it's a projection that suits the purpose, which is to demonstrate where these military flights go. So flirts will latch onto anything, won't they? Let's not forget that most people believe this shiny garbage is real. Well, where's your evidence that it's not? If you can't just say it, you've got to provide evidence if you think this is wrong. How does GPS work on a flat Earth? Ground position system. Well, there are such things as ground position systems, but they don't work out in the ocean. How do aircraft get to where they're going to? The existence of one does not preclude the existence of other things. If the Earth was moving, it wouldn't be motionless. Yes, I can't argue with that. I think what they're saying is the clouds wouldn't follow along, but that's a basic misunderstanding of the conservation of momentum, isn't it? Anyone who's past primary school understands why that's nonsense. Satellite in reality, satellite in glotardia. Again, the existence of satelloons does not preclude the existence of satellites. And the fact that we can predict when we see a satellite shows that it's not a balloon. Balloons are not that predictable. They're subject to whatever the winds are at the time. And they certainly don't use the same path. I mean, you can see the ISS close to sunrise or sunset. Well, sunset, I'll go for this example. And then 90 minutes later, you can see it again, a few degrees over, 15 degrees over. I know it'd be more than that. It'd be, I can't do it in my head, closer to 23, something like that. And this one always makes me laugh. For some reason, they don't understand that Nixon wasn't talking to them on a phone line. He was just using the phone as the microphone. It was being patched through a radio signal to the moon to talk to the astronauts on the moon. They didn't have a phone at the other end. It's got nothing to do with what you can do here because you're not using the same system. And besides, wouldn't you think the President of the United States should have access to better infrastructure than we would? And I love this. Flirfs do not understand crepuscular rays at all. The sun is a small local light source. So it's just above those clouds, is it? Why aren't the clouds being burnt off? And like a street lamp for Earth. Well, how far this light goes. Well, first of all, it's obviously misty, so that limits how far the light goes because it gets dissipated amongst the medium of the moisture in the air. And second of all, the camera effect won't pick up all of it. There's exposures and things like that. It's like saying, the sun's just outside my window. But it's just the angle, it's just perspective. If you looked at this side on, you'd see that all these rays were parallel. 66.6% degrees axis of evil. Well, first of all, it's not that. It's 23.5 degrees to the orbital plane of the solar system. If there's no up or down in space, then how can they attribute an axis to Earth? By the rotation. We can measure that. And we can measure it against the plane of the solar system. That's where we get the 23.5 degrees. It wobbles a bit around, a few, in fact, I think it's up to a degree, but that's over a long cycle. So, yeah. And that's it for meme roundup today. Okay. Have you seen a silly meme lately? So save me looking for them. If you see a silly one, send it to me. And I'll show it on the stream if it's fit for general consumption, of course. You can contact me using the details in the description of this video. Let me know who you'd like me to look at in the near future by leaving a comment below. I appreciate all suggestions. For tomorrow, Ruhif will be my special guest, and we'll have a look at the debate he had with Nathan Quinn this week on Jeranism's channel. I noticed that Nathan and the crew are doing the same in a few minutes too, in half an hour. but it's members only. Rachie50 is still unwell, so we wish her all the best for her recovery, and we'll get her on when she's feeling better. Do the YouTube things, like the stream, click that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, click the join button and become a member. Leave a comment. I love to read your comments. In particular, if you're one of the few who watch my videos who aren't subscribed to the channel, please click the subscribe button below this video on your screen. I'd love to have you as a subscriber. And I think that just about does us. There's nothing left to do but cue the corgi.
You're despicable.